Hey beautifuls, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year, happy 2020, and this is officially my first vlog for 2020, and it's my first vlog for the new decade. So today I'm on my way to my annual yoga retreat, but before we get into that, which will happen in another vlog, we're here at Boracay. I really couldn't help but feel so excited about this. I mean, it's been a few years since I was here. I think it's been 3 years, 4 maybe, can't remember, but I've heard there has been so many changes in the whole scene, literally 180 turn. I do have to admit that I have a lot of memories in this island. In fact, it has been life-changing for me. When I was here in my younger years, when Boracay was still a party island, as far as I can remember, it was very fun. And now we'll have to see if that's still the same thing. But that doesn't change that it has been a defining point in my life in this island. I'm so excited to explore what Boracay has to give as of 2020. What I do love about Boracay though is that it's sunsets, like really good sunsets. You have 5 shades of color. You have pink, you have yellow, you have blue, you have violet. That's 4. It mixes together and it's really good, and it's like sunsets and you have happy hour to do it, and it's so beautiful. So that is one of the memories that I really think about every time I think about the island and the vibe, and it's just like surreal, and it's like super romantic. Interesting story though, what happened to me this morning when I arrived. So when I arrived in the airport, I was so excited. I was just like, yes, I'm in Boracay, I'm in the island. I'm gonna be like seeing everything that's happening that's new. So I went to the port, right? And then they carried my bag to the van. And I literally I could remember all my bags were in the van. They dropped me off at the hotel, and the next thing I know, my bags were there. So literally, I had to spend 4 hours looking for my bag in the whole island in the middle of a scorching heat, and I just like, I'm gonna faint. So I went to the officer's place. I think it was a station of the officer, and then we had to watch a CCTV, and we had to ask around, we had to call hotels, and we had to do all the investigation. I felt like I was a CI agent or something. But end of story was it was in a hotel very north of the island, very far, and we had to go there, pick it up. Thank goodness the officers in Boracay are really helpful. People are really helpful, but I will still have to write my feedback with the traveling agency I booked, because you don't want to be spending money and your bag's not taken care of and you're not taken care of. Although I do admit that probably I was very excited about the whole situation, me coming to Boracay, so I'm just like not thinking about it, not conscious about my situation in my bag, because I trusted them. It was a stressful situation. I was also hungry, and God knows I am really easily stressed and agitated when I'm hungry. But we will have to discover the new Boracay, and we will see what the new Boracay can give us. The hotel that I'm staying is really nice. It's called View Hotels. It's fairly new. The last time I was here in Boracay, it hasn't been completed yet, and I didn't know how it would look like, but I really think that the hotel is really good, and the pool is good, and they have really good food here. So it's like a hotel, but it's also commercial. So down at the very first floor, the ground floor, you have commercial spaces. You have like restaurants and food places and massages, and it's really good. I also do personally think that one of the best things about this hotel is that it's staff. They're really all helpful, and they're really all nice, and they really serve you well, and it makes your trip worthwhile. It's also situated in Station 2, which is near the, let's say, the part where all the people are. So it's not that far of a travel, or if you want to walk through the beach. So I'm actually really happy to see that the municipality of the island has placed beach regulations, and it says beach regulations to ensure the preservation of the island. We strictly are enforcing these regulations. No littering, no smoking, no drinking alcohol in the beach. I remember we used to drink a lot of alcohol in the beachfront, but now they're not allowing that anymore. No illegal drugs, no excessively loud music, no pets, no fire dancing anymore. Wow, no fire dancing. I love the fire dances. No building of commercial sandcastles. Right. No structures and furniture. I am shocked with the no building of commercial sandcastles, because that was a trademark. That was a trademark of the island, having the sandcastles in here. But yeah, ever since I arrived, I've never seen them. So that is interesting, actually. So it's really interesting how at peak hour everyone's out, everyone's in the beach. There are so many people in the beach right now, like tons and tons of people, and they're all here watching the magic hour of the day, and it happens every day. At lunchtime or early noon, you don't see any people out, even up until early afternoon. But then once the magic hour comes, you're like, poof, it's there. You can see it. It's clear. It's beautiful. And everybody's out. So after being here in the island for a few days, and after having a careful consideration about all the factors that's involved throughout this whole experience, I have had some observation, and because I've had those some observations, I also have a conclusion. My first observation was, and this is something new, I think this was not yet here when I last went into the island, which was like 3 years ago. They had signs on the beach, and the signs on the beach were really big, and you can see it clearly. And these signs were really good for both locals and the tourists alike to know the rules, the new rules of the beach. So you can see that there is no smoking, there's no drinking, all those things that you've seen in this video, as well as the no commercial sandcastles. I did love those sandcastles. They were really a trademark of the island, and it was also a livelihood for young children as well. I do miss them, but I think it's for the island to be a better island. The next observation I had is that the locals can speak languages. Oh my god, they're so good. So the locals can speak Chinese and Korean. So when I was strolling in the beach the other day, I heard some locals speak Korean and Chinese, and they can converse. I think they know the basics of how a conversation will be held in Chinese and Korean, mostly because the tourists in the island are Korean and Chinese. So I feel like they've adapted to it. I am so proud of that as a Filipino, that it's part of the culture of hospitality to know the language and to let them know that we know their language and we're ready to serve and help them. I think it's a great way that it's actually amazing to think about them having to learn a different language aside from their dialect. So that is really I was so amazed, to be honest, to see that. The last observation I've had is that it's a growing and developing island. So if you go through the main road and you ride a tuk-tuk, or tricycle as we call that here, you would see that there's still so many construction going on and development as well. So many resorts are still being created as we speak. There are many renovations that has been done. There's actually a new mall. Not really sure if that's new, but I've never heard of that before. And there's just so many things that's going on. If you ride a tuk-tuk through the strip, you would see everything. The construction, kind of dusty. It's the nitty-gritty of the development, and it's not good to look at, to be honest. It's not something that, oh, I want to see this or I want to see that. It's not pleasing to the eye, but I feel like it's part of the island being renewed and molding. It's part of molding the island in a way which is, I think, in the near future, in the long term, would be very helpful for the island and for the people in the island. So that is really good, although it's a mess in the street, but the beach is still as beautiful as I remembered it to be. In fact, I think, and this is my last observation, I think that the beach has been preserved, or if not, has been cleaned, which was the objective of the closure. I've really enjoyed the beach and the sunset. Oh my god, the beautiful sunset. I always brag to my friends about it in Australia, that the sunset is just amazing. Sometimes it's 4 colored sunset, sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 6, but it's just so beautiful. I probably don't think I can see a sunset like that in Australia or somewhere else, but you can hold me up to that. It's really beautiful. My conclusion would be, yes, it's worth coming to the island. Regardless of how pricey it is, but if you look at the beauty of the beach and if you come here to relax and to chill and to just get yourself refreshed and rejuvenated, people are amazing. They don't force you to do anything. They don't harass you, which was really good. My piece of thought, it's worth coming. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.